Well, not a great start to the day. Well, let's try and boost it with the S5 here. See if this thing starts. Okay. One of the things I hate most about this car is how the battery is in the trunk and you have to take out the spare tire and some kind of case. Just makes it really inconvenient when you could literally just pop the hood on the Genesis and it's right there. But yeah, what can you do about that? So we're gonna get this thing going here in a sec. Good morning. Can't complain about looking at that though, I'm not gonna lie to you. So we'll get the cables going here and see if we can get this thing started. Let's give this another shot here. Oh, there she is. Now that I struggled putting the spare tire back in with that case, we're gonna get this thing out of the way and take this little guy for a cruise and show you what's done to it. So a lot of you guys probably wonder what's done to the car, how I did it, how much it cost, what you need to do it. So today I'm going to be explaining all that, showing you how I did it, what I needed, and how much it costed essentially. It's honestly not as bad as you'd think it is. Price-wise, you could do it a lot cheaper than I did, and I'll explain that later in the video as to why.
Whisper to me softly, I can see the edge and I hope that you're falling for me.
Like we made it, so we'll get right into this here in a second. So to start, I got some Barstone wheels. They're not true 3-piece. Could be reps, I have no idea, but I got some new ones on the way ordered because I got the remake wide body kit for this car. We're going to be installing that pretty soon. And to get to the engine aspects of it here, got a 5.3 liter with grassroots, intake manifold, got Corvette coil packs. I got the stock headers on the car right now just because I was driving it in the snow a little bit. I'm gonna be upgrading to some long tubes in the near future. I'm not sure if I'm gonna turbocharge it or supercharge it, but until then I gotta leave it how it is until I figure that out. Got the relocated oil filter location. intake manifold. I think it's just a custom one from Grassroots as well. Got this big radiator here from Grassroots. It was one of their prototypes. They hadn't officially launched them on their site, but I'm pretty sure they have now, so you can go check that out. Got a Grassroots oil cooler down here. Got the we got a relocation kit for the alternator, along with that's an ICT there for the power steering fluid, because this is what this engine comes with. It doesn't look very clean. It's all bulky and stuff like that, so we decided to change that up and relocate it, get a smaller box on it. So next, I don't know if you can see down here. I'll try and get it down there. Those mounts, they were custom made by Grassroots, and I'm pretty sure those cost around 300 bucks. I'm not entirely sure. And honestly, to mount the engine, it was not hard. Like, everything lined up. We had to, like, as you can see, it's pretty tight for room back here. Like, very tight, but getting the engine in wasn't a huge issue. The only issue we had was getting it over the subframe and sliding it in with the trans on it because of the oil pan. For some reason, that was a huge issue. So we had to drop the subframe down, and after that, it went in perfectly. All right, so we're gonna get to the oil pan now. It's a rear sump, not a front sump. I don't even, you might be able to see it lurking down there. But that was custom made by Grassroots. I think it was about 800 bucks, so not terrible. And for the trans mounts, they also made some custom brackets that we threw in there. Not hard at all, everything lined up. And for the drive shaft, we wanted to go for a solid drive shaft, but that wasn't gonna work. I'm not sure why, I forget the exact reason. I'll have to look into that, but I think it had something to do with making contact with the top of the bottom of the car, if that makes sense. But I don't know if I can get in there and you can see it. No, I don't think I will be able to. But we got a two-piece going in there, so that worked out perfect. I'm still waiting for the axles to go on the rear end of this thing. I haven't been ripping it too hard, but I'm sure once I put some grippier tires on it and I start getting crazy, those are gonna go. But other than that, the rear end's held up pretty good. So basically what I just described, pretty simple stuff. It honestly wasn't that crazy. Like, anybody could do it. Like, I threw it in myself, and that was my second engine swap I've done. And we did a pretty good job, honestly. And for any of the brackets, like for the radiator, Grassroots put that in. They made some custom brackets, but you could get that done anywhere. And if you're good with welding and all that stuff, you have the materials. It's not hard. So pretty much that's it. Like, I was going to relocate the battery to the back, but we didn't have time to do that. And as for the wiring, this is where the stock Hyundai one went. That's the new ECU we have in there. Frosty, the guy at Grassroots, I'll put their link in the description of their website, and they can tell you everything about this car, because they were the ones who wired it. But he said it wasn't too big of an issue to do all of that. Pretty simple stuff. Now we'll get to the inside here. So for gauges, the tach didn't want to work down here. Holy shit, I'm low on gas. Well, gotta figure that out. Yeah, so the tach, we had to locate that up here. The speedometer works, but this doesn't, the RPMs. So we had to mount that up there. I want to get a Haltech or something like that that looks super clean in here, but until the next season starts, I have a bunch more stuff planned for this car, so I'll think about that later. But for the gauges, we got water temp, oil temp, and oil pressure. Pretty much all the key ones you need. And other than that, the shifter location lined up pretty much perfectly. Like, as you can see, it's mint. No issues. The trans we got in this thing is Z32 or 33 from a 300ZX, and Grassroots makes an adapter kit for that. You can check that out as well. It all lined up very well, other than like having the custom drive shaft made it pretty much fit like stock, which is amazing. We didn't have to bang out any of the transmission tunnel, just slid right in there. So all in all, it's a very simple swap. I don't know how the T56 fits because I don't have one, but the Z32 fit perfectly. So yeah, that's pretty much all you need to do this swap, like what I explained. Just the wiring part, I have no idea. I'm not an electrician. One day I'd love to learn, but until that day comes, I'll leave it to the professionals. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll show you the oh, that's already popped. Whoops. Okay, I'll show you the setup I got going here in the back. Just finished doing the hardwood setup here. I still gotta bolt this down, but everything else is pretty smooth. We got the airlift 3P, whatever the new one is. I'm honestly not too sure, but yeah, it's a clean setup. And as for the exhaust, we just got straight through with a muffler on the end. I think it's 3-inch. The only issue they had with the exhaust was down here on the driver's side where the steering shaft goes. They had to build around that, but I'm pretty sure Injuku sells a header kit that goes around that. So if you want to do that, or you can get a custom one made, whatever works better for you. But I'll put a list of prices of what everything cost and what I explained in the video. Like, there's other stuff that you wouldn't need, like the intake manifold. You don't, I'm assuming you need to relocate the oil filter because it sits way too low on the engine. But I like it in that spot anyway. So we have some nice lines going from there and then to the oil cooler. Don't have a catch can on this thing. I don't know if you can see it. You're not gonna be able to see it, but I got a Red Bull can down there as the catch can. So you gotta do what you gotta do to make these things work. But yeah, I'll try and rip some donuts here for you quick. And since it's snowing, I don't know how well that's gonna work, but we'll see. Do it for this video. If you guys want to know more, I might have missed some stuff, but other than that, what I explained, that's pretty much all you would need.